Students, now today we will start electrochemistry, that is chapter 3rd of chemistry, part 1. Now the term electrochemistry includes two words, electro and chemistry. Electro means electrons or electric current. It includes electric current. Chemistry means the reaction or the process which includes the flow of charge or flow of electron. It means in electrochemistry we will study all the process or reactions in which the electron or charges get transferred, and it includes two types of cells. These are electrolytic cell and galvanic or voltaic cells. So, electrochemical cell is device where we study the flow of electric current or electric charge. Now, it can be further two types. It includes two types of phenomena. First is electrolytic cell and second is galvanic or voltaic cells. Now, in electrolytic cells, electricity is passed through outside. It means we pass electricity in aqueous solution of electrolyte. Electrolyte means ionic compound or ionic salt. Or we pass electricity in molten state of salts like NaCl, AgNO3, and after passing the electricity, the electrolysis process takes place. It means the ionic compounds breaks into ions, and these ions passes towards the oppositely charged electrodes. Now, in galvanic or voltaic cell, the chemical energy, which is produced during redox reactions. Redox reaction means oxidation and reduction reaction. The chemical energy produced during redox reaction is converted into electrical energy. So in galvanic cell or voltaic cell, the energy produced due to redox reaction is converted into electrical energy. All the cells of battery which are used as a source of electricity, means all the cells like dry cell, Daniell cell, Laplace cell, or the battery used in inverter, motorbikes, all the cells works on this principle, and galvanic or voltaic cells are used as source of electricity. In galvanic or voltaic cells, there are two metal rods which are dipped into aqueous solution of salts, and each electrodes, at one electrode oxidation reaction takes place and at other electrode reduction reaction takes place, and due to oxidation and reduction electrode potential difference develops, which is called redox potential, and this redox potential, due to this redox potential, electric energy is produced. Now, in electrolytic cell, the electrical energy is passed through outside, and after passing the electrical energy, what happens? The aqueous solution of electrolyte or salt breaks into ions. It is basically used for electrolysis process. Students, now we will study one by one about electrolytic cell and galvanic cell. First, we will study about electrolytic cell. In electrolytic cell, we pass electricity in molten state of salt or aqueous solution of salt. For example, if we take NaCl in molten state means पिघली हुई अवस्था, गलित अवस्था. and we will use two metals rod or electrode and we will pass electricity. Now the electricity is passed through outside in electrolytic cell. Now that terminal which is connected with the positive terminal of rod, positive terminal of battery is called anode. That rod, that electrode which is connected with positive means high potential terminal of battery or cell is called anode, and the rod which is connected with negative pole is cathode. But it is not always true. In case of galvanic cell, the negative pole is anode and positive is cathode. So we have to know the actual concept of anode and cathode. Students, the actual concept of anode and cathode is that rod at which oxidation half reaction takes place is called anode, and the rod at which reduction half reaction takes place is called cathode. So we will only use this concept. That rod at which oxidation takes place is called anode, and that rod at which reduction takes place is called cathode. So see here, in case of electrolytic cell, the oxidation takes place at that rod which is connected with positive pole, and reduction takes place at that rod which is connected with negative pole. So in electrolytic cell, the positive is anode, negative is cathode. But in galvanic cell or voltaic cell, the oxidation takes place at that rod. Like in this case, the oxidation takes place at zinc rod, but it is negative. But since oxidation takes place at zinc rod, so it is anode. And at copper rod, reduction of Cu2 plus ion into copper takes place. But due to reduction, the copper rod lose 2 electrons in aqueous solution and Cu2 plus ion reduced into copper. So copper rod becomes positive charge. But due to reduction, this copper rod is called cathode. So the real concept is that rod at which oxidation takes place is anode, whether it is positive or negative, and that rod at which reduction takes place is called cathode. So first we will see in electrolytic cell. In electrolytic cell, for example, if we take NaCl and we pass electricity by using battery, and what we will see here, the rod which is connected with positive pole and positive pole, Cl minus ions will goes to the positive pole and Na plus will goes towards negative pole. Now at positive rod, Cl minus lose electrons and get oxidized into Cl. Cl minus lose electron and get oxidized into Cl, and two chlorine atoms combine and form Cl2. So oxidation takes place at positive pole. So this is anode in case of electrolytic cell. And at negative rod, what happens? At negative pole, Na plus will goes to negative pole and take one electron and reduce into sodium atom. Reduce into sodium atom. So reduction takes place, and due to reduction, it is the negative pole is called cathode. In this video, we will study the detailed mechanism of galvanic or voltaic cell. Now, first we will study how the galvanic cell or voltaic cell works. Now, first we will take an example. Suppose if we take a zinc rod and it is dipped in aqueous solution of zinc sulfate. Zinc rod dipped in zinc sulfate. No reaction will take place. Here no reaction will take place. Why? Because zinc atoms are present in aqueous solution of zinc sulfate. Zn2 plus ions and sulfate ions are present. So zinc will not displace zinc ions because both are same metals and having same potential, same electric potential or same, we can say, reduction potential. Now we will take zinc rod and we will dip it into aqueous solution of copper sulfate. Copper sulfate. What will take place? Zinc is more reactive metal. It will get oxidized and it will displace copper ions from the aqueous solution. What happened? The blue color of copper sulfate will disappear. Blue color of copper sulfate will disappear. In this case, Zn will oxidize and copper 2 plus ions from aqueous solution. Here copper sulfate is ionized into Cu2 plus ion and sulfate ions. So Cu2 plus ions will accept these electrons, gain these electrons and reduce into copper. In this reaction, in this case, oxidation and reduction both take place. Zinc get oxidized into Zn2 plus ion. The zinc at zinc rod, zinc ions come into aqueous solution. Zinc atoms get oxidized into Zn2 plus ion and come into the aqueous solution. And it lose electrons at the rod. At the rod, the number of electron increases because the rod becomes negative charge because the zinc atoms lose electrons and come into the aqueous solution in form of positive ions. So at the rod, the efficiency of or excess of electrons take place. So the rod becomes negative charge. But since oxidation takes place at zinc rod, so it works as a node. Now the copper 2 plus ions at the copper 2 plus ion deposited near the rod because the rod is negative charge and copper ions are positive charge. And these copper 2 plus ions accept these electron and reduced into copper. But this works as only a half cell because for production of electricity we have need of two different electrodes, two different poles. One is at one pole oxidation should take place and another pole reduction should take place. We have need of potential difference, but here only one rod is present, that is negative pole. So we will take two different half cell. At one half cell oxidation will take place, at other half cell reduction will take place. So the galvanic cell or voltaic cell includes two half cells which are connected with a salt bridge, and when both half cells are connected we get a potential difference. Now see here, in a galvanic or voltaic cell we take two half cells. In one half cell zinc rod is submerged or dipped into ZnSO4 and another half cell copper rod is dipped into copper sulfate. Now both half cells are connected with a salt bridge. Salt bridge is filled with aqueous solution of sodium chloride, that is called brine solution, and agar that is produced from algal product. Now when both half cells are connected with a salt bridge, zinc is more reactive, so at zinc rod, zinc atoms oxidize into Zn2 plus ion and come into the aqueous solution, and the rod become negative charge due to excess of electron. But at this rod, oxidation of zinc into Zn2 plus ion take place, so it is called anode, but it is negative pole. And at copper rod, the copper 2 plus ions present in aqueous solution gain 2 electrons from the rod and reduce into copper. These electrons come from zinc rod through the salt bridge, and the copper 2 plus ions reduce into copper. Since reduction takes place at copper rod, so it works as cathode, but it is positive charge because the electrons from copper rod goes to the Cu2 plus ion to reduce it, so the rod become positive charge. Now due to oxidation of zinc rod and reduction at copper rod, a redox potential difference develops between zinc rod and copper rod. And when these rods are connected with a voltmeter, we get a cell potential of 1.1 volt, that is called E naught cell or E cell, that is electrode potential of cell. And the electrode potential of cell is the potential difference due to the oxidation potential at anode and reduction potential at cathode.